And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Day. My name is Ron Foster, touching base with you as I do every day. And I'm here with my partner in crime, Mr. Chris Edwards. What's going on?
Nothing, man. What's going on with you?
Well, I
It's so
have a
funny.
break today.
I can see that we're in a different location outside. You look relaxed,
I have
getting
a
a
break
little
today.
vitamin D out there.
Yeah,
Is the sun
it
out or is
rained.
it overcast?
It's overcast. It's like in and out because it rained last night. And
Oh,
but it's the weather is nice. It's so nice right now. The humidity is down. You can still feel a little humidity in the air, but it's down tremendously. There's a breeze blowing.
oh,
I'm
love a good
loving it.
breeze.
This is now. This is what I think Martha's Vineyard is supposed to feel like.
Mm,
It's been the temperatures have been 8 degrees above normal since we've been here, and it's been trending downward every day. But now it feels normal. It feels like, oh, this is gonna be a good day. And
yeah,
I don't start my work until 4 o'clock this afternoon, late afternoon. So that
you
means
can't
I
beat that.
have this day. Well, I'm gonna do some editing for after I finish with you guys for about an hour or two, maybe an hour, and then or maybe just not. Maybe I'm not editing at all. And I'm just gonna
That
get
sounds like
out
a plan.
and I'm just going to get out in the streets and walk around. And so I might come on live at some point, being in the actual village of Oak Bluff. And there's a lot of shops, restaurants, food, like I said, food, restaurants, cafes, ice cream parlors. I think I'm going to go and get some ice cream. But if I get ice cream, that means I need to stay near a house later on. But I love the ice cream. There's this old fashioned ice cream parlor, like the one you see in like some little, what was it? Opie and like the and Andy. What's that called? What's that show called with Andy and Opie and gosh, what was that show called? I know you
Oh,
old timers know what I'm talking about. Chris is too young.
oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name of the show.
Andy is
It was from the
Andy.
70s, right?
No, from the 50s. This one is 40.
Oh,
This one is 60s. Andy
yeah, well,
Griffith. Yes,
Andy
Andy
Griffin.
Griffith.
Okay.
Thank you.
See,
Andy,
someone in our audience is always going to know those
uh,
answers to everything.
everyone in our audience is always on point. They help us along the way. And again, this is a community and not we happen to facilitate it all, but this is a community. And for those that are joining us and you're here for the first time, again, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, but also hit the like.
Ding.
But also, I want you to know that you are just, if you're here for the first time, you're popping in on a community chat. That's what this is
Yeah.
about. We talk about different topics as a community. And that's why we love being here together. And it's nice because we built relationships over time. Some of us have gone to each other's neighborhoods, or like I've been to Philadelphia and hung out with Kimmy Kim, who's in the building. I'm going to be hanging out with Dr. Tachi when I get back from my cruise. I'll be staying in Miami.
Wait,
Sorry, Fort Lauderdale.
have you guys ever met in person
We've
before?
never met person. We never met first
Oh,
base.
oh,
So this is
okay.
going to be Dr. Tachi and I's
Love
first time
fest.
in yeah. And I'm staying at her house, so I'm excited about that too. So this is going to be a
Oh,
lot of
so
fun.
so that means you guys have to broadcast from the space.
Yes, we have to broadcast.
Yeah.
So we'll have to do that. And but I'm excited, and this is how you do it. You meet people. I always say online. You meet people online to build friendship offline. You know what I'm saying? You meet people online to build friendships offline, and
Yeah.
that's the
No, it's
point.
absolutely true.
That's the point. That's
Yeah.
the whole point. Okay, so who's in the building today? Let's see. Well, let me get the Instagrammers in on this. I think I got them. Hold on a second. I just want to get this queued in for them. Because some days I don't know if I'm going to have the Instagrammers in, but lately I've been putting the Instagrammers back in. And because it adds some more volume, some people find out about us by just, scrolling through. So it's good to have them on Instagram. But so much is happening. Um,
Oh, wait. Before you
yeah.
even get started and
Mhm.
get anything else, I just want to spend a special shout out and Happy birthday to Mr. Bizarre Hodgepodge, also known as TJ, one of
Oh,
our partners in crime. Today is his birthday, so go shout him out. We put up a post for him today, so go like that and share it.
TJ, we love you, TJ. TJ, TJ's the man. He is the man. He is.
The comic relief.
Yes, that personality is just as bold and as golden as it can be. I love watching TJ interact with people, and I love his commentaries. And he's just a good man. So, anyway, let's see who. Okay, let's see who's in the building first. And I see Instagram is all up and running, so we're good there. And oh, a little breeze is coming in. Look at that!
That's all right.
Look at the breeze. And so
I hear the wind chimes in the background.
you hear the wind chimes. Can you hear the wind chimes? It's so cool. Anyway, here we go. Hannah's in the building. She says, "Good morning, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. So good to see Hannah in the building. Also, Travel More is in the building. Miss T is in the building. She says, Happy Thursday, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. And for those that don't know, today is our TrendWatch Thursday. So let's get that on the board. Also, Chris R is in the building, and it's so good to see you here, Chris. Also, who else is in? She's Chris. Sorry, Chris is saying. She said, "Oh, it didn't pop on the screen. Hold on a second. Let me go back." Chris says, "I'm getting my vitamin D." Hmm. Are you in the sun or are you getting injected?
I think she's in the sun.
There she goes. She said, "From the sun." And Kim says hi. Kim says hi everyone, and Chris is also saying, if you run into Bethany Frankel, slap her for me. And Kimmy says yes, it's Andy Griffin from also Chris R. Those are the ones that we're of a certain age to know. And also, Bryson's in the building. He says, What's up, Ron? What's up, Chris? What's up, everybody? Happy Family Feud Thursday.
I
Anybody
love
in
the
the
clips
building
from Family
watching
Feud.
Family
Yeah, no, you
Feud?
know what? It's really big on YouTube. Like the clips, like
Mm-hmm.
they have like channels that put like funny clips of the Family Feud on.
Mm-hmm.
I can sit there and watch them forever. It's so much fun.
Family Feud, hey? Family
Yeah,
Feud. Dun, dun,
yeah.
dun, 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 dun,
With Steve Harvey as the
dun,
host.
dun. You know, Harvey and that big mustache. Steve Harvey and that big mustache. Chris says Chris has on his muscle shirt. Not I. I'm wearing my Tubman shirt. My Tubman shirt is Harriet Tubman's today. And let's see here. Also, I see Charlene's in the building. She says, Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. And hello, Chris. Hello, Chris, says
Hello,
Anna.
hello.
Okay, so we're all here. So again, so yesterday in my ventures here in Martha's Vineyard, we photographed. My day wasn't as busy yesterday, which was cool too. I was like, okay, they're organizing this thing really well, and so I'm where I need to be, and I got to photograph the Jamaican. It was called Travel by Sparkle. She's a travel agent,
Okay.
not just for Jamaica, but she's mainly for Jamaica. And they had a whole big Jamaican story, like a video clips. What's his name? Malik Yuba. Uh, he um, he was the moderator, and
Mm.
then also on the panel were the Jamaican the connections to
Tourism board?
Jamaica tourism board, and
Okay.
so it was all about Jamaica last night. I got to photograph it, but the unexpected guest that I didn't know I was going to get great photos of her, Bob Marley's granddaughter,
Mm.
and I have to tell you, I was quite impressed by her. And let me see if I can get her name. It's her name in here, so I can. But I know it's on my. You know what? Better yet, why
You have
don't
the
I
photo?
just why don't I just show you who she is? Okay, so let me go in. Let's go into the. I'm gonna set this up. Oh, not yet. I'll cancel that one. We go onto this screen, and I'm going to put that in there. Okay, here we go. We're gonna set this up for you
So
all.
wait, I'm gonna put this up on the screen while you do that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll answer it. So, Kimmy Kim was like, "How's Jamaica faring since the big storm earlier in the year?" Well, the storm happened last year, actually. Jamaica. The one thing I would say about Jamaica, they always know how to recover, and they're. I mean, this is not their first time in the rodeo with big hurricanes and storms. This island is used to them, and every decade or so, you get like a major one that comes through. We have family members that their property was damaged. They've gone down, they've repaired their roofs. Of course, you have to buy new furniture because once that roof goes, a lot of the furniture and walls and stuff you have to be
Everything's gone
replaced. So,
too.
yeah. So, of course, there are some people that have recovered, some people that are still struggling. I mean, it's just like anywhere else. But as they say, Jamaicans are resilient people.
Very, very. So
So they're,
I've been taught over the
yeah,
years.
yeah.
And
But
so
thanks for that
anyway,
question.
yeah, that's a good question. And they did address that last night as well, because they were showing all of these amazing places for tourism. And it really is an incredible what they've done to come make it a comeback. And obviously, there's still some areas that still need to attention to, because it's going to take years to get those areas back because they were totally wiped out.
Yeah.
But
Well,
most of
I
the tourism places are good.
I mean, I think the part of the reason why they're doing that now is because when the storm happened last year, a lot of the resorts got hit really bad, especially the one because most resorts are right along the beach on the coast. And a lot of them were like, heavily, heavily damaged. And a lot of them decided that right after the storm, they were going to close down temporarily until they can get back up and running properly, like get all the damage fixed. So I would not be surprised if that is a part of this push with Jamaica Tourism Board and the government to try to get people to come back, especially during the fall and winter months, because people tend to want to travel to somewhere that's warmer during the
Hmm.
winter months, and Jamaica's always been one of those destination places.
Also, I did not know this stat yet until yesterday. Is 70% of Jamaica's tourism is from America. 70% of their tourism is
I'm
from
not surprised by
America.
that. I'm not
Yeah,
surprised by that.
a lot of Americans, and also there are so many more Jamaicans outside of Jamaica than inside Jamaica. There be between the United States and the England, or you should say UK. So between
And
UK
Canada,
and also Canada and the United States,
yep.
there are more Jamaicans outside of Jamaica than in the actual country. So she is so beautiful. When I tell you, but she has her grandfather's spirit, and this is, and her name. Let me get her name on my
I don't
screen
remember her
here.
name.
Hold on a second. Her
She does look like
name.
her grandfather, though.
Oh my gosh, doesn't she? And let me see if she's in here on listed. I don't think she's listed on. Well, today is Thursday. Let me go back. Wait, today is Thursday, right? Okay, yesterday
Mm-hmm.
was Wednesday. So Jamaica. Um, Her name's not listed here, but I do have her name. Hold
Oh,
on a
I'm
second.
gonna look it up.
I have it right here on the next
Okay.
photo. Donisha. Donisha Prendergrass is a Jamaican filmmaker, activist, actress, speaker, granddaughter of reggae legend Bob Marley. And and her activism for the people of Jamaica, you could feel her passion as she was speaking yesterday. She was like, "We don't need. We love for you to come as visitors. We love for you to come to our country. We want you to be a part of our country, but we also want you to come and not just take. We want you to give. If you can help communities and the mom and pop, or the mom pop people, the people that are trying to struggle. The hotels are doing well." they're recovering from the hurricane. They're recovering. They're doing well in a lot of cases. But she was saying it's the everyday Jamaican person that we need to be aware of and taking care of them and being there for them and supporting them. And she was sharing that they have also work programs to come to the country, to vacation there, but it's almost like a vacation work stay. And so, and she was just very passionate. I just love watching her. This is also I forgot this one. This one is in charge of tourism. I think for here in America. There's our wonderful Malik. Um, and he was there, and he was moderating, and I got the photograph. So I got some. And then this is our lady Sparkle. So if you go to her Instagram, you'll find her. And she does tourism, and she really specializes in high-end tourism in Jamaica. And so all those that like to do high-end travels to Jamaica, she does that. But she also does all other levels of Jamaican. She really specializes in Jamaica, and she's won several awards for her commitment to tourism in Jamaica. Her name
Can I
is
say
Wendy.
something in regards to
Yes.
tourism?
Mm-hmm.
People from the country, we have especially those that don't live there anymore. We have conversations in regards to how tourism has been a blessing and a curse for the country. So, Jamaica is an island, and the people of Jamaica, the one thing that they can't enjoy are the beaches of Jamaica. For those that
Oh,
don't,
that's yes.
I believe there's only about 10% or less of the beaches around the entire island that Jamaicans can actually go and use. Most of the beaches, 90% plus of the beaches, are designated for tourists only. Like, you can't even walk out from the street onto a beach unless you pay, or you belong to the hotel that the beach now property belongs to. Jamaicans don't have access to their own country's beaches. And this is something that's been going on for decades. But I remember like hearing stories like with my parents and like my dad, like just getting up and going to the beach has never ever been a thing. Like, I even remember like the beaches that we used to go to when we used to visit as little kids when we would go back, just being able to walk out onto a beach and it's not a thing. And now they're all gated off. You've either got to pay to go and use the beach, or you can't even get access to the beach because it's blocked by a hotel and they own the beach property. Jamaican natives, the countrymen, do not have access to their own beaches. That is criminal.
Well, they did address this last night. Someone in the audience brought this up near the end of the conversation in the Q&A. And what they were sharing is that all of the beaches are access to Jamaicans. However, to get to the beaches are owned by people, private companies, colonized people that had those properties from years of colonization or years after colonization. So the perimeter, the beach itself is free to everyone around. And this is what they were saying last night.
Who said that?
The one of the tourist commissions.
Yeah, because I don't believe that. I'm not saying that they're lying, but I don't believe it to be true. And you ask any Jamaican that's there, like there've been reports where they've interviewed people. They said they've gone early in the morning to go to the beach, like what they would traditionally do, and police have escorted them off the beach, saying that you're on private property, you do not have the right to be here. And that is the common thing that you hear from people when they say that they can't go to the beach.
Yeah. Now there are some places that I'm sure that maybe they have. I mean, it was a real debate. They did not go in totally into it last night because they said this has been going on for, like you just said, for years, decades. It's been a
For decades.
decades problem, and so many resorts have the access to the beach. Like when you're going, like say let's say they are the barrier between the main road and the beach. And to
Yeah,
get to the beach, you have to go through them.
yeah, but here's the
And
thing.
yeah.
They these resorts, when they buy the property, they buy it all the way down to the coast, the line where the water hits. So, and then of course they barricade off, either a hard wall, fence, or a string, and they had people over there watching. And if you were to walk in off the side to come in, they say no, this is private property. You don't have the right to be here. And it doesn't matter what time of the day. A lot of
Mm,
Jamaicans will tend to go early in the morning for, like, they go to work or whatever during the weekday, and they're escorted off the properties. Like I
mm,
said, there's only about 10% or less of the beaches that surround the country that you can actually go to, which
wow.
makes no sense. So if you live in one part of the country, it can take you an hour to get to the other side of the other side of Jamaica. Who wants to do that when you have a beach right next door to you and you don't have access to it?
Wow.
This is your
Again,
country, but yet and still you don't have access to something that um, your ancestors have had access to their entire lives.
yeah, when the subject came up, when the woman brought up the conversation yesterday in the audience last night, you can
It's heated.
it's a heated conversation, and everyone responded in the audience. Malik had to say, "Okay, guys, we have to go to the next,"
Yeah,
because
it's
we're talking about tourism, and we didn't want to get into They didn't want to get into politics, and but yeah, but they did have they were also sharing how, even though the tourism board here in the States, like, there's several tourism boards that are connected to Jamaica here in the States, they have no ability to change those policies. That is a governmental policy change that needs to happen with the country itself. I see here, T says, in the grill is not as in your face at the small properties, but the large companies like RIU and Sandals, it becomes problematic on 7 Mile Beach is wide open. Wow.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing too, and this is at least for a larger discussion, which we don't have to get into.
Hmm.
But Jamaica doesn't own a lot of its own infrastructure. Like, the highways that have been built over the last decade or so in Jamaica, they're all commissioned and built and owned by Chinese governments.
Welcome to the world.
Yeah,
Think
Jamaica,
about it. Most countries, most places, most African countries or African, inhabited places in the world, even on the main continent, and because of colonization, most people do not have power over their own lands. And so that's why you see there's a great movement in Africa and a lot of places to now claim that land back, to
yeah.
change the policies, to change the laws that have been instituted through colonizations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. Kim and Kim also said the Jersey Shore has beaches you have to pay for to go on. Now, here's the thing. We all know that um, most of the states have beaches where there are paid beaches to go to, and the money that you pay is to help maintain and keep those beaches pristine. I don't think that that's an issue. I went to the beach last week, Friday, in Jersey, and it
Mhm.
was a paid beach, but it's to help maintain the whole stretch of beach.
Yes.
Now, there are beaches that you can go to that are free. Even like me, from being from Long Island, I'm used to what's the name of the beach now? All of a sudden I'm forgetting. Jones Beach.
Jones
Jones
Beach.
Beach, during the summertime, you have to pay to go onto the beach. And that helps to maintain, like, the public facilities, like the bathrooms, restrooms, the shops and
Yes.
stuff like that. During the wintertime, after, from Labor Day to Memorial Day, you pay. But anytime after that, you can just go on the beaches and enjoy them.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing, I'm sure, with some of the Jersey Shores, like the Delaware beaches. You don't have to pay to access either. There probably are some private beaches where the hotels are. You have to pay, or you have to be a part of that facility to go and use. That's
Mm.
not an issue. But when you live in a country where you are surrounded by water and your own people can't use it, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah. Also, T says, and for those who don't know, Tanya is Travel More. She is one of our travel agents here in our community. And so she says the Chinese were the first on the ground after the hurricane last October. And well, that's the play in every country around the world that is developing over the last 2 decades. China has built infrastructure
Yep.
throughout Africa, throughout the Caribbean, throughout South America, throughout, I mean, so,
Think about it.
people do not understand, before we go there, Chris, but people don't understand. This moron in the White House has even more relinquished our,
There you go.
we call our goodwill, our good, there's diplomacy through military, there's through negotiations, but there's also what they call soft diplomacy. And soft diplomacy is through goodwill. When places would have
disasters,
America will be the first to go.
Used to be.
And help.
Used to be.
And
Yes.
support, because that built was called soft democracy. Soft diplomacy.
Yeah.
Where people of the nation began to love the countries that support them in
Times of need.
Times of need. So, and America has relinquished their right. I should say their ability to do so.
Yeah.
And now China is now filling the void.
Yes.
China is helping out every country
absolutely.
around the world.
And people, I think that what you just said hit the nail on the head. America used to be that person in which the world turned to. No more. China is that is the country that people now turn to. And China doesn't say anything. They quietly go and do these things and don't publicize it. And countries are attracted to that. The U.S. has lost, and we know this on this channel, the U.S. has lost its standing in the world. And that's just another part of it.
Yeah. And the sad part, again, is that because it's human nature. Think about the dog. If you see a homeless dog roaming the streets and you feed the dog, what does the dog do? It befriends you. It now says, oh my, this is someone that's of goodwill. They're helping me to eat. They're helping me. They're taking care of me. You pet the animal. You spend time with it. Humans are the same way. Humans are mammals. We are the same. We go where we're loved. We go where we're taken care of. We go where we are looked after. That's just the way it is, y'all. And so America, unfortunately, if you go around the globe, which I've had the opportunity to do for the last 6 months, you see, hey, America is fading away off the stage. And the rest of the world is now moving around America. And again, I say this to my friends, and I say this, and I was saying this a couple of days ago, is if the what we call the petrodollar is no longer needed based with the United States currency, it's over for America. The economy is done. We are hanging on by a thread in the global economy. And the only thing is that oil, that petrodollar. But once that petrodollar, and if it goes to the Chinese, if it goes to one of those other countries,
but here's the thing.
Some other currency comes about, yeah.
China isn't even used. I mean, China's focus is not petro. China's focus is electric
and solar.
And electric. They've perfected that. They've got the technology. They've got the infrastructure. As a matter of fact, I think I sent in our group chat last week a video showing how China has really optimized and harnessed electric power. Like there's, I think it's Shenzhen, where that city was basically built on electric. When you walk the streets, You don't even hear the hum of cars.
Yeah.
95% of their cars, I believe, are all electric.
And
Anyway,
I will say, and to just put in the add to that one more. You did send that article, and we did read it, and it's one of those. China is just sitting back while you have this fool in the White House depleting all our ammunition, depleting all of our goodwill, depleting our credibility, depleting everything that was America was known for. And China is slipping in. You know, the whole point of Venezuela was China.
yeah.
It had nothing to do with
Bryson, we
Venezuela.
got you.
You know, it had nothing to do with Venezuela was just a country, but China was moving into Venezuela.
Yeah.
And and they knew China was going to get that oil, blah, 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 blah. But guys, this is where we are. And that's why I say you have to stay vigilant and you have to have an alternative plan. But we're not going to go down that subject today. But yeah. So
let's move on.
Yeah, let's move. There's some other thoughts inside here. Just as since we were talking about Jamaica, Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is going through a horrible drought. I mean, it's hard to believe that a Caribbean country, one of our states, one of our islands, I'm going to say country, but Puerto Rico is belongs to the United States. But an island in the Caribbean, that's what I meant to say, is going through a major drought. So again, keep the people of Puerto Rico in your prayers. They've gone through extremes. They've gone through massive flooding during the hurricane season.
Devastating hurricanes.
Devastating 3 times, not once, twice, 3 times over the last 10 years. And now they're going through a major drought. And I always say Puerto Rico is one of my favorite places, and the people of Puerto Rico are amazing.
Beautiful.
And I always
love that country.
Think, yeah, we always when you go there, you think it's another country. When you go to Puerto Rico, you feel like you're in another country, and it's the United States. And you sit there and you say, the United States needs to be really harnessing the beauty of Puerto Rico. I mean, there should be all kinds of financial incentives to build and create in Puerto Rico.
But they should be investing in the infrastructure to build it up so that you can really sell Puerto Rico as a destination spot, as a part of the United States.
Yeah,
but anyway,
it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Love Puerto Rico. There's also in here, Bryson says here, so check this out. They are doing the Walmart nationwide boycott on August 28th through September 3rd. Now,
let's get into it. Let's get into it. I definitely put up the one I sent you this morning.
Yes, I'm definitely going to do that. You continue on. So this leads us into our next conversation, which is what Chris said. The Damon Darling story is spreading, and lots of people are vowing to boycott Walmart. Now, we had this conversation last night while we were in our headquarters, and we had this conversation yesterday in our show.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know what's going on, Walmart banned Damon Darling from their stores.
Now they did respond.
Oh, they did? Yes, they did.
I sent it to you this morning.
I'm going to get it up for you.
They didn't address the question. So for those that are just joining us and don't know the story, Damon Darling is someone that's on social media. He has some wealth. And one of the things that he does is he goes into Walmart stores and he gifts people their groceries, basically pays for them. Now, what we talked about yesterday on the show was that the majority of the people that he gifts or pays for their groceries are typically white people.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not doing this for publicity. He's doing this because people are struggling, and he has the means, and he wants to help people. If it's just for one day, just to say, here's your groceries are on me. There was even a video that I watched from me yesterday where as people were coming out the store, there was one white woman. He was like, "Hey, can you come over for a second?" He was like, "I'm not racially profiling you, but I just want to pay for your groceries." And she said, "You know what? No, I'm actually good. I can afford to buy my groceries." He said, "What I'd love for you to do is you can pay for it and give it to someone else," which I thought was really, really nice of her to even say that. But this is what he does. And now Walmart has taken the step to ban him for life from all of their properties, not just Walmart, but Sam's Clubs, and the Sam's Clubs gas stations.
Now you
Now,
have to say, why are they doing this? When here's another one. Here's what's called Mr. Beast.
If you don't know him, he's one of the most popular YouTubers out there, and he's done similar things, but Walmart has not banned him.
Yeah, so Mr. Beast gives away millions, pays for groceries, helps strangers, builds positive content. He is praised and supported. Now, Damon Darling, well, do we have to say the obvious? Damon Darling pays for people's groceries, blesses strangers, spreads positivity, banned from Walmart, banned for life.
They do the same exact thing, and one is white, one is black, but now he is half black and half white, even though he's black. Because I believe his mother is white and his father is black.
Right. So the company says, Walmart says Damon was not banned for helping people, but due to previous policy violations, disruptive behavior, and trespassing.
How are you trespassing on public property?
Well,
a public store that you can...
It's not public because it's Walmart. If it's in the Walmart stores, it is Walmart.
Yeah, but if that's the case, then everyone's trespassing.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, they're customers. There's no such thing as a customer. If you're going into Walmart and you are going to purchase something, or you're going to help, or you're going to pay for something, you're paying for goods.
But hold on. He paid for goods. He's paying for other people's goods, and there's no law that says you can't go into a store and pay for someone else's goods.
Well,
I know that there's no shoes, no shirt, no service in most places, no loitering. He's not doing any of those things. He's actually going in, talking with people, and saying, "Hey, I'd love to pay for your groceries so that you can go home and eat and keep the money that you were spending in your pocket for something else."
Well, let's read what the commentator says versus VS1 Atlanta. Says, now wait a minute, somebody make this make sense. Mr. Beast has made a career out of giving away millions, paying for groceries and blessings, complete strangers. Damon Darling has been doing his own version of giving back, including paying for people's groceries. But now he's banned for life from Walmart. Now, before everybody picks a side, Walmart says the ban wasn't because he was helping people. They were previously policy violations, disruptive behavior, and trespasses led to the decision, as we already said. Okay, fair enough, says the commentator here. At what point does somebody get the opportunity to move past what they did before? We don't know what he did before. If a person is using their platform today to bless strangers, spread positivity, and put money back into people's pockets, should their past still determine how they're treated today?
But here's the
Same
problem.
generosity and two very different outcomes.
They actually have not said what that past bad behavior was. They've asked, what is it that he did that justified this ban? Give us details. Like, I mean, if you're going to put it out there that he's had bad transgressions in the past, let the people know what it is that they did so that they can be informed to say, okay, yeah, you know what, I agree with you or I disagree with you. Just you saying that doesn't move the needle at all. It just makes you look even worse.
Chris says, why did they ban him before if that's the case?
That
If
part.
right. So, I mean, if he was doing something bad in wherever time this was, why didn't they ban him before? Is it because he wasn't famous then? Is it was because he wasn't spreading goodwill? I have to tell you, like I said, Walmart, we all know that Walmart supported the Orange Man in the White
Hmm.
House. We also know that Walmart, and we had a discussion yesterday in our conversation here in here we are here. and and we were saying Walmart, first of all, is known for treating its own employees like crap.
Horribly. Yep.
They don't pay their employees. They don't take care of their employees. They give them scraps compared to what money they're making as a company, as a family. This is one of the richest families in the world. And this is something that is, and see, this is why in the early 20th century, billionaires, as at that time, millionaires, were taxed at, what was it, eight? I think the highest tax at that point was 88 or 85%. Let's go with 80. Let's go with 80%. They were taxed because, unfortunately, rich people, not all, but a lot of them, don't do good by the people. It is the people that made you rich.
That part.
It is the people that made Walmart Walmart. It's the people that shop there. It's the people that created your wealth. Now, it is also the reason why taxes were so high for the rich, and we are living off that legacy of those laws and legislation. The interstate was created, school systems were created. All the things that you liked about America in the 1950s, 60s, 70s, and 80s is because in the early part of the century, they taxed the rich, and the rich paid for the infrastructure, paid for the health care, paid for, because without a healthy population, you have no workers. Without a healthy system of money, you can't build a infrastructure to get those employees to your job or your place of business.
Yeah.
So the rich today, I believe, should be taxed at 80% or more. I think go for the 85, go for the 90%. And I had this conversation with a young lad when I was in Mexico City. And he's like, I don't think it's fair. I was like, well, first of all, why are you the advocate for the poor, for the rich man? Now, I'm not saying all rich people should be looked down on, and I think rich people, I'm coming in, I'm bringing this home. I think rich people should be thinking like Damon Darling, like Mr. Beast, because if you have the wealth and you belong to the United States of America, you're born and raised, and America has made you who you
Society.
are. Society has invested in you. People have bought your products. People have made you the billionaire. Elon Musk a trillionaire because of, well, that's corporate welfare.
You
But
can't take
that's
this money with
no.
you. I mean, that's what it all boils down
Yes,
to,
you cannot take the money with you.
despite
Why
what you
not
think.
invest in people? Think about it. If Amazon, Walmart, increase their salaries by, let's say, 50%. If they gave all of their employees a 50% raise,
It
it
wouldn't hurt the
still
bottom line.
wouldn't put a dent in their money. Their money flow is their money flow.
But here's the thing: when you invest in your workers, when you invest in your employees, when you invest in the infrastructure of whatever it is you belong to, people will take the money that they're earning and reinvest it in you because they're going to buy your products and your services. Right
Yes.
now, people don't have money to buy things, to invest in things because they're trying to hold on to what little they do have, while these millionaires and billionaires are just like taking everything. It's ridiculous.
And they keep taking. Think about it. Apple. Apple just went up on their music, $1
On everything.
on everything. So, but my thing, why? The same technology is the same technology. It's not costing you any more money to dispense music that's in the cloud.
But this is where investors come in and shareholders. Investors and shareholders, all they care about is making more profit. And in order to do that, you've got to either pump out more product or raise the prices of existing products. And all these tech companies are doing it. I mean, and it's not even just tech companies. I mean, all these, well, tech companies and streaming services like we talked about yesterday, everybody's raising their prices. You're not gaining anything from it. It's either you're actually losing services and still having to pay more to get back the service you already had. You know, it's greed. It's
It's greed.
it's all greed. It's all greed.
It's all, I mean, think about it. Again, the Amazons of the world, the Walmarts. These companies have more money than you can possibly, they have more money than nations. Google, Apple, all of these companies.
They're
And
trillion-dollar companies.
they were built up by the people. I love that, during World War, this is what Anthony says. During World War II, the tax was as high as 93% for those making 5 million or more. That's why the Mandanis of the world, they're upset about Mandani because he's making it work in New York. And guess what? They were like, oh, New York, those rich people are going to leave New York. No, they're not. You know
No, they're
why?
not.
Because New York has all the people. They need the people. The greatest resource are the human resources. The greatest resources are the human resources. Right? That's the greatest wealth. But again, if Walmart, so think about this, and I do believe Damon Darling, I love that name, is exposing Walmart and rich people.
Yeah.
If this man who's not a multi-billionaire is helping out regular folks, there must be a disturbance in the force. But not only that, he's a black man. Hate to go there, but we got to go there. Because that's what's the
He's
difference
showing
between
them
these.
up. Yeah.
He's
showing them up.
He's a black man giving to white poor people. And when you look at his show, and he has a lot of followers. On Instagram alone, he has 2.4 million followers. On YouTube, he has even more. And now think about all those white people that look at Fox, that have bought into this orange man's lies, that, oh, everyone's doing well in America. Everyone's doing well. They're prospering. Oh, everything is good in America. No. He is exposing I don't think it was his intention, but he has exposed white people are struggling just like everybody else.
Yeah. And he has 11 million combined followers on all the social platforms.
11 million.
Total.
Let that sink in, y'all. So, and see, we were talking about this yesterday. First of all, those that love marketing, all the marketers in the world. I'm not a marketer, but I love marketing. I did great good in college. My teachers were like, oh, you should be a marketeer.
And just for hell, before you go on, for context, Mr. Beast has Um, 513 million subscribers just on YouTube alone.
Mm, mm. But think about what these men are doing. But I want to just go back to Damon Darling. Damon Darling is exposing again another crack in the American dream, the American society. He is definitely exposing that there are poor people that are in need. And when you look at some of the videos, some of the white folks in the video that he helps, they don't even know how to make ends of it. They're like, they don't want to take the money, but they know they need the money. But they don't want to take this money from this black guy. You can see their wheels are spinning, but then they take it. And then they say, thank you. And they
And a lot
realize
of them, they follow. A lot of these people follow him. They always say, "Oh yeah, I follow you, and I love what you do."
he is a big, now Ohio, now y'all know about Ohio. Ohio is a red state. It only gone blue. Did it go blue for Obama? I think it went blue for Obama.
Probably, I don't know.
Can't remember. But Ohio is as red can be in the upper Midwest. And these people know Damon by name. I mean, when you see him roll up, they're like, oh my gosh, I follow you. I love you. Blah, 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 blah. I follow everything you do, sir. He is doing something that is, again, I think so important. And I always am a believer of history. Martin Luther King wasn't a big disturbance until he started to hit white America, as in the government, showing white America and black America and Asian America and Chinese America all started to become one. Rich people do not like. They do not like when the country is whole, when the country is supporting one another, regardless of race, color, religion, creed. When all of the people are together, the rich people don't like it. Think about all the policy. Think about all the rich people that have fought against Mondani in New York City. Those were rich people that went all in to stop him for what? Creating stores to feed poor people in what's called food deserts.
Mm-hmm.
You would think everyone could get on board in helping people. You would think Walmart would use this as a campaign strategy. Hey, you know what, Damon? We love what you're doing. You give them $1, we'll match it. Wouldn't that be the logical marketing strategy for most marketeers? We were all in the room. Some of the folks that are in the room last night, they're into marketing. And we were saying, this was the greatest opportunity for Walmart to gain more traction by saying, hey, if Damon is giving a dollar, we will match that dollar. It's not going to cost Walmart anything. They can write it off. So what is so bad about this man? Think outside the box, Shaw. What is so bad about this man, this black man, being generous to people? They didn't go after Mr. Beast, and he got more followers. He has more followers, and he's done more work. Seems like.
Well, so I don't know if Mr. Beast goes into the stores and records and posts it. Because I don't really follow him like that. I know of him. Someone said that it was an issue because he was in the store filming. But here's the thing: so many content creators go into stores nowadays and film content, and no one has a problem with it. They do it in Walmart, they do it in Target, they do it in all these different places, and no one ever has a problem with it. And I can see if they're doing it to create pranks or jokes or whatever, but he's literally going in there and helping people feed their families.
Yes.
Put clothes on people's backs. Because of course, when you go to Walmart It's not just groceries. People are buying clothes, they're buying toys, they're buying things. So, he's not discriminating what you have in your cart. He's helping them. So he's helping people to survive from day to day. And you have a problem with it. If you Walmart believe that he has been disruptive, show us the evidence, show us the work that they said in school. Show us how you came to this conclusion.
Yeah. So anyway, Dr. Tachi's in the building. I can stay on as long as I want to because I don't have anywhere to go. What's up, Tachi?
Hello.
Tachi's
morning.
in the building. What's up, Tachi?
Good morning. How are you
You
guys?
you're all glamorous, blown out hair, beautiful glasses.
Yeah, the hair's about to go back up because you don't do this when it's hot.
It's always hot in Florida.
Yes,
It's
I know. That's why my hair is never out. Why does she wear hats all the time? Because
It looks good. It looks
Thank you.
good.
Yeah, it does.
thank you.
So we've been talking about the darling, Damon Darling, and I really do believe again it's the exposure of white America, and again it's not because I want to always emphasize when I say white America, there's two different white Americas. The majority of white America is working class, working hard, working poor. That's the majority of white America. Most people think, oh, white people are rich. No, most people in America, most white Americans are just struggling just like anybody else.
Yep.
However, it is the billionaire class, or what we're calling now the Epstein class.
Ooh.
These folks, the Epstein class, the billionaire class, those are the white folks. They have all the wealth. They're controlling most of the wealth that continually fight against the populace, against America itself. Most Americans can identify that we are all the same. Most of us. There's some racists out there. We know there's some bigots. We know about all those folks. But I would say the majority because we know, think about the election. If all of white America was racist and bigoted and all that stuff, then 74 million people voted for Kamala Harris. And there were lots of white people in there, in that number. But there is a part of the population that is racist, bigoted, and they're poor, which is crazy to me. Why you would be poor and be racist and bigoted when you are voting against your own needs and wishes and the things you need to have. But
Because they've set a narrative that somehow you are better than the others,
Yes.
those other people. And because you're better, you're supposed to have more. So you continue to vote in things that are actually antithetical to you because you believe you're somehow different from them. And as I can't remember his name now, Nicholas, he's a creator that goes to different restaurants in New York City and really heavily Caribbean. He said, "You're not different, you're just next."
And that's the key. Again, we were talking again, we had a great conversation last night because of this topic. And we were sharing that how, remember the case that was chipped away at the the civil rights for Black Americans. Like the civil rights
Yeah.
pretty much gone, the law. So, and you think about the Chinese case in Harvard, the Chinese person that they use that to help chip away. The Chinese people have realized after they got rid of that part of the civil rights bill that they thought was going to get them into Harvard, guess what happened? Less of them are admitted into Harvard now. Less of them are getting into prestigious schools.
They've been convinced that they're the model minority. Remember that.
But always remember, the civil rights wasn't just for Black people. It
Correct.
was for all people.
Correct.
It was for humanity. And sometimes I always wish they didn't just call it civil rights. I wish they would just call it human rights.
Yeah.
Because as the civil rights was all about human rights. The Chinese people were able to start having stores in America. Remember, back in the day, Chinese couldn't have businesses. Chinese people. Korean people couldn't have businesses. All those people, it was the civil rights movement and the signing into law, that bill, that Civil Rights Act, that gave way for all people to be able to live in a non-discriminative way in America.
And remember, Ron, that Chinese people, let's say Asian people in general, because
Asian
remember,
people.
they just think anybody who's Asian is Chinese.
Yes,
Same thing with anybody who is Spanish is Mexican.
Yeah.
So very short insight, very little intellect, I have to say. Remember, they also could not, Chinese people or Asian people, if they were allowed to own businesses, they were in very narrow areas. You could do a restaurant that was a Chinese food restaurant. You could do laundries. Like that's how the Chinese laundry, those were the two big things. So when you see a lot of restaurants and laundries, those are the things that they could do.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, whenever you go against a particular segment of the population, at some point they're coming for you. At the end of every one of these segments, I mean, when you look at the Germans during Hitler in the 30s, it eventually affected the white people. The people that they thought were protecting, we were protected. But eventually, first they started with the Jewish people, and then it went to the people of color, and before you knew it, that prejudice, that racism, that bigotry, that zeal, that evil, it also hurt the white people, because guess what? They had no country any longer. Their country was destroyed. Racism, bigotry, there has never been a country to survive in it.
You know what, though? This is the interesting thing. There's this whole thing with American exceptionalism, where we think that because we're so great and wonderful, nothing like situation X will ever happen to us. So this is why we can look at things like World War II, Nazi Germany, etc., and not think that that is applicable to what's happening here and at all. Because no, we're Americans. We're better. No, because I keep seeing these comments underneath things that people like, what has happened to our country? My dear, this country has always been like this. I don't know where you've been. Maybe for you, it was sunshine and lollipops. But for a lot of people, it was not. So now you're seeing, this is where they start to wake up to, oh, us too? It can be us too?
It's the mirror. The mirror is being held up to their faces now. That's exactly what this is.
But again, when it goes back to this Darling case, because this is spreading, it's not going to let up. I think this is going to be another one of those catalysts.
Because here's the thing: Black people are already tired. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, but
we're already
again,
tired.
We were already tired. You mean exhausted?
Exhausted.
Yes.
But this is hitting white people. See, Darling, he doesn't discriminate in his charity. And again, he is exposing that white people are the same as the Black people, as the Spanish people. Everyone is struggling in this country. This country is in its worst state in a long time. When I talk about economically, people don't have jobs, and the jobs they do have, they're not making enough money, and the money that they're making can't keep up with inflation, and the inflation is out the charts. And then we're in a war that we don't need to be in, and all of the stuff that this orange man has put us into, tariffs and everything. Because remember, the tariffs was not a tax on the companies that had the goods. The tariff is a tax on the people.
Yeah.
So Americans are bleeding out on all ends. on
Yeah.
every wallet, every pocketbook, everything. And so now, again, the Darling story, I think, this is my opinion, is shedding light how many poor white people that voted for Trump, they realize, wait a minute, I thought I was different from them. And now they realize I am no different. I am, if not, I may be worse off.
Listen to me. If poor white people and regular white people are now seeing it, you know who's really seeing it now? I want to switch the subject just a little bit and talk a little bit of politics. Caroline Levitt just found out that Trump was letting her go, even though it's not really. She said she's leaving because she wants to spend more time with her kids. But isn't it ironic that a couple of days after she found out that Trump left her on that plane with the other reporters and other cabinet members
To be unalived.
to be unalived because they were credible threats against that plane, that she's now leaving the White House press secretary as press secretary? Very fitting. Very fitting.
Look, I think people are waking up. I think people are waking up. Zaza, first of all, let me just acknowledge Za is in the building. Za by CEOs in the building. What's a situation for me in racist New York City? But again, I think people are waking up to the horrors that we're in right now. I mean, America has never been great. First of all, it has never been a great nation. It has never been a utopia. It has never been a streets of gold story. It is not a place. It's one of the most dangerous places on earth. America is one of the most dangerous places on earth, especially for people of color, and especially
you walk
for
out your
Black
house
people.
and get shot and unalived.
Or and we'll
go to
do,
school.
and I may tackle this tomorrow. The cop that assaulted the 18-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Pull her over for a traffic stop. Then he manhandles her.
He assaulted her.
He assaulted her. He's standing up against her while she's on the hood of the car. I mean, like not the hood, but the back of the car, the trunk of the car. And then he wrestles with her, wrestles her down to the ground, and then takes it upon himself to punch her in the face several times.
And said he'd do it again.
And said he would do it again. And so
it's all caught on his dash cam.
We have a problem in this country.
Well, we definitely have a huge problem in this country. I remember years ago, I used a what was the name of the film? Hip Hop Beyond Beats and Rhymes. And it's a documentary, and I can't remember the filmmaker's name, but I've talked about this before, where he did it's about misogyny in hip hop, but it also goes back to, well, where does this come from? And he had this whole montage of this country's love for like Westerns and shoot 'em up type culture and that type of thing. So it comes from that. And then if I'm using another one, let's go to Michael, the documentary filmmaker. You know who I'm talking about, from Michigan.
Michael Moore?
Michael Moore, thank you. The documentary he did, Bowling for Columbine. And there's a whole montage in there of why Americans cling to their guns. And he started with the fear. He had slavery in there. He had Native Americans in there. And it all stems from that fear.
Yep.
And so all of this is stemming from an unrealized, unnatural fear. Because, well, is it because that's what you would do? And there's this tendency to think, well, because this is what we would do, other people will do this as well. So we have to get in front of it before they do it to us. But what you don't realize is nobody is thinking about you. We don't care.
That's right.
We've made it so we had to care now. But don't give yourself so much credit. We really don't care. So, it's this whole unnatural, unrealized, unfounded fear that they have of others. But when you think about it, in a sense, it makes sense. You started your history with theft.
Absolutely.
all kinds of theft of the land, theft of people to work the land, theft of taxes from people. Your entire history is grounded in theft. Why would you not be afraid of retribution?
I don't have nothing to say about after that. It's the truth. You got
It
me.
is.
There are
I was
thieves
like,
in the
No
temple
lies
tonight.
what do I say after that?
No lies told.
So, but guys, I mean, I think this TrendWatch Thursday, and what's trending right now is I'm not showing the video because it's painful to watch the young girl
And we
being
need to see it.
assaulted like that, and you probably
We've
seen it
all
in your
seen it.
feeds, so you don't need to. I don't need to post it, but I do believe that story is going to take traction. It's trending as of today, and also the Damon Darling story is trending today, and also boycott Walmart
Yeah, I got
is
one more for
trending
you.
today. Go ahead, Chris.
So this is not a political story. This is dealing with a lot of these earthquakes. There have been the Ring of Fire is on a seismic activity. It's been out of control these last several months. For those that don't know, Japan had an earthquake on July 28th. I believe it was 6.2 on the Richter scale. Colombia on Monday had a huge earthquake, 7.2 on the Richter scale. Lots of death. They're still looking for people. And yesterday, Trinidad and Tobago was hit with a 5.2 earthquake. Now, scientists and seismologists are warning that California is due for one of these major earthquakes. It's right on the rim, just like everybody else, and it's going to be one of those catastrophic earthquakes. So just be mindful. Earthquakes happen every day around the world, but for whatever reason, there's this big trend of massive earthquakes been taking place over this last several months in the Ring of Fire.
Yeah,
So just
I would say
keep that
for
radar.
most of this year, like since the year started. So
climate change.
Well, we don't know how, and we don't know how the melting of the glaciers are changing the plates, the weight of the plates, the weight of pressures on the plates. So there's a whole lot that we do not know, but things are happening.
Also, just take
muffled. You got muffled.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay, yeah. I was watching something. I believe it was like 2011 or 2012, when Japan was hit with a massive earthquake, and it didn't just affect Japan; it actually affected the entire globe. They said the seismic earthquake actually affected the entire world. You had tsunamis, and then you also had that's when they had the big Fukushima meltdown, basically, of their nuclear plant over there. So these things are continuing to happen. Climate change is real, and just people be aware of everything that's going on around us.
Yeah, it's been insane. The weather's all crazy. South Africa just had a snowstorm, a big snowstorm. I think it was 3 or 4 days ago. So, guys, as the old folks say, stay prayed up. For those that believe in prayer and all that stuff. But just keep each other. I would say just love the people in your life. At the very basics, hug someone today. Let them know how much you love them. The world is in all kinds of turmoil, but especially, if I may, I will have to say, for America, we Americans, we really need to dig deep in just being gracious to one another, being kind to one another, because when you think about all the pressures that are going on in our society, between being a person of color, economically, the shootings, the measles outbreaks, and all the other stuff that's happening in this country because of bad administration, what's happening, there's lots of stressors. And a lot of folks are also dealing with mental illness and mental crises. So again, I think August is the mental health. Is it mental health month as well? Also,
No, I think that
August,
was like
a couple of months ago. But
yeah.
anyway, still, just really take care of yourselves. If therapy is necessary, go out and get some therapy. And also, if you need to just pull away from all of this, Like, get away from the news, get away from anything that may challenge you or stress you or get those elevations up. Step away from it. There's a lot going on in the world. One of my buddies, stressed to the stressed ends, so much happening in his life. So guys, I know he's just one of many. Many of us, I think most of us, are feeling the stressors. So let's take some time for ourselves. Take time to love the people in your life. Give someone, like I said, give someone a hug. Spend time with people you love, and that you feel at peace with. Derek is in the building. What's up, Derek? Long time no see. Good morning. I told a friend here in LA we are overdue for a quake. It's been hot for 4 weeks in a row. And also be careful, D. And also I see Kimmy says stay safe, Derek. And also hello, Derek. We so love you, Derek. And so good to see you. Okay, guys. Again, here's some banners. I'm gonna put those on the board. And let's go with some banners. Also, if you're here in this community, we have our YouTube community where you can post photography, test postings, conversations, and engagements. Also, we have here, you can join our email list by going to ronlewisphotos.com. You can also, if you're looking for an event photographer and I'm in your area, feel free to do that. I'm right here photographing for the African American Film Festival here in Martha's Vineyard. So that's what I'm doing here. But if you need me somewhere else, let me know. Also, a big thank you to our Patreon members. You support us. You help you help sponsor what we do here every day. If it wasn't for you, the bills do not get paid. And again, if you want to also help and contribute to that, you can, become a member. But first, subscribe. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the likes whenever you're here, but also become a member and to support. The membership's are cheap, and if you're here every day and you get something out of this community, become a member. Okay? And speaking of membership, I am going to be now putting together some videos from this trip to Martha's Vineyards, and some of my photography of some of the most cool people that I photographed this week, and I will put those in the members only. So you have to be a member to see it. So that's what. So most things I give out to everybody, but then there's certain things will be just for the members. Okay. So again, Dr. Tashi, do you have anything coming up? You've been coming on a little more lately. So you got anything coming up?
Loving it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of off of sabbatical. So yeah, so Mediascope is, I haven't decided. I'm still weighing whether I want to do it tomorrow night or Saturday morning. So it's either going to be tomorrow night or Saturday morning. Saturday morning felt great.
That was fun Saturday morning.
Yeah, it felt great. So maybe this week I'll try Saturday morning and see what that's like Saturday morning at 11:30. So,
or you can do both.
Sir.
You could do both. You could do one Friday evening, and do another one Saturday. I don't know.
No one's crazy like you, Ron.
I think we like to see you.
I think so. Well, there is something that I am going to start doing. I decided that I was going to start streaming beach walks, because remember, my whole thing is be more So the is also the total body. So I was going to start streaming beach walks in the mornings. Not every morning, but I'll decide on a day and we'll do it.
That's a good one.
And we could get like 1,500 steps in together.
Nice. Yeah. I like it. Chris, anything coming up, sir?
Yeah. So first of all, thank you to everyone that has watched this week's episode of the recap show, Project Runway Edition. This is our most watched video to date, and it's still climbing. We're very excited about it. We've got some surprises as the season winds down. We've got 5 more episodes, I believe, for this season, but we've got some nice surprises coming up. So continue to watch the conference called the recap show. New videos drop every Sunday at 8 a.m. on our feed. And of course, it's available to watch on YouTube after that. But definitely do that. And again, another shout out to TJ. It's his birthday today. Go send him some love.
What's up, TJ?
Yay,
happy birthday to
birthday.
you. Happy birthday. Okay, I think that's it, guys. Thank you for joining me. I love it when we have our team together. We're all here. Gwendolyn's out. She's doing her work. She's got some heavy workloads. I'm so proud
she does.
I'm
And I'm
so
not here
proud of her.
tomorrow, by the way.
And Chris is not with us tomorrow. So
yeah.
maybe Tachi will be here with me. We'll see. She's always
I can.
invited. Oh,
I
there
can be
we
here
go.
tomorrow if you
There
want.
we go.
Mhm.
Then here we are. I'll have Dr. Tachi by my side.
Mhm. Just don't look for hair.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us on Touch Base Daily. Make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit subscribe. If you're the first time here, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will be notified when we are online. Thank you so much. And also, thank you for those that supported Thomas Lockhart, the artist that we featured here. A lot of you bought items from him. If you guys still want to buy items from him, just send me an email, or you can say it in the chat in here. You can just do that in the community board. In the community board, that's what we have it for. If you are interested in more of his work, okay. And thank you guys again so much for joining us. And we are out of here. Bye bye.